Hi, it's been a long time. I hope you're well. I've actually been recovering from some joint stuff from repetitive stress and an impingement, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just like pingy, and there's this nerve thing that goes down and into my shoulder and into this part of my arm and then down to here. So I've taken a bit of rest from any kinds of deep practices for a really long time, actually. And I've had to modify anything that I do. I thought I would share, though, a brief practice in case you have the same thing. And this really relates to, I was actually on my way out the door, so you can hear the keys are in my pocket. I got my sneakers on. And I'm trying to make it so that it's also accessible. I thought, well, my iPad was right here as I was doing something. Let me just turn this on and do it. Why wait? I've waited already a long time. So my shoulders, you can see like here, right? Like just in my natural way, everything has kind of rounded forward. And especially on my left, you can't see it, but one is more so than the other. I even find when I'm just doing normal things, I'm leading forward a lot with my left shoulder, and it's adding to the impingement that's already there. And this is as a result of rehearsal, right? Our bodies are so intelligent that they actually reduce the amount of thinking, body thinking we have to do. And they're saying, oh, you need me to do this more often? Okay, I'll do it. So my body is like getting into this format, and I'm trying to unlearn it again. So I just wanted to put out there that if you have blocks, so if you're a practitioner, I'll show you that. Or if you don't have blocks, I'll show you that too. If you just want, whether you're a practitioner or new to this, a simple way you can use a towel. But you can actually open the body, and this is quite a shoulder opener, but I can tell you it creates this spaciousness in my back body in the best way. So you'll lay your block on the lowest setting, and you're gonna do it vertically, right? So toward your body like this. And I would move it so that the block is ultimately gonna land about here. That's the phone. And then I'm going to take this block, a second block, and I'm going to decide what setting I want to have it on. It's probably going to be the second highest setting, and that's going to be to support the head and the neck. And you may need to play around with where you place this block, but you're going to just lie back. Oh my God, it feels so good already. And again, this is quite an opener. So you can see mostly now my body, not my face. Not intended, but anyway. And I'm placing the block. Let me scooch so you can actually see. And I'm placing my block so that that feeling of, ooh, voila. And I just position my body so that my body opens a bit. And then I'm placing this underneath my head. I've decided to do that second highest setting. And I'm keeping my knees bent, feet on the ground. Just popping all over the place. And oh, that feels good too. Okay, so the reason I'm doing that is because if I were to extend my legs, that's going to increase how lordotic my spine is. That means it's increasing how much I'm going to arch my back. And that's going to be too much for me. And I wouldn't recommend it for all, unless you really just know that that's something your body allows. Then you're bending your knees, soles of feet on the floor, and my knees are coming into touch. So I widen my feet a little bit, and I'll just roll my arms open. Now, if you have a lot of pain, you can always cushion with a towel or some pillows. By placing that under my arm, I could do that, and that supports as well. And you do that on both sides. Or you can open the body and the heart. And you simply take a couple of breaths. Notice if you're gripping and pinching in the hands, and see if you can cue them to relax. Just cueing it with your mind. And it's amazing because what I feel right now is that my left shoulder is still a bit higher up than my right. And that's simply because it has a lot more tightness. It almost feels like there's a rock inside of it. It's not very comfortable at all. And this is after a long time of rest. So the body takes time to unlearn and to let go. And just be patient with it. And for the purpose of this video, I'll pause, but you can stay like this for a few minutes actually. The reason why I wouldn't recommend doing it for too long is because you can actually create a bit of compression in your lumbar, and you don't want that either. So this is really just to give some space to the neck, to the shoulders, and create a bit of heart opening, so you're just going to get a nice release. Now I promised, and you can stay there if you're doing it. You might just be watching this thing. I know I do that sometimes too, just to like watch people relax feels better. So the other thing I mentioned was if you don't have blocks and you want to just use a towel, it's so nice. You can take a towel and you're just going to roll it like so. And that towel roll, it's about this thick. You can decide how thick you want it. Believe me when I tell you that even a skinny roll will actually show you a whoa, like an opening experience. But this is, again, just for more pronounced opening. You'll put that at the sacrum. You'll lie back. Oh, that's so nice too. It's a different experience because you're at the floor. And then you're just going to let your arms roll open. Reposition yourself as you need, right? Try not to feel like, oh, this is the way it's got to be and it's got to hurt. That's actually not true. Relax your arms open. Relax the shoulders down. And my feet are in a similar position as they were in the last one that I showed, which is they're resting on the floor. My knees are bent. And then my legs come in together to touch. And you're just going to stay here and breathe. This one is a little bit less pronounced, so I might be able to stay here for longer. It's a lovely restorative position. This one also might be easier to do a leg extension if you decide you want to, but I actually get compression in my low back too, so I'm not going to choose to do that option. So just watch the body and what feels okay. And as always, check with a professional, a doctor, a healthcare provider, just to make sure if you're having anything serious, which I have been doing as well. And you might even roll your head and neck a couple of times, and then breathe and enjoy. So even that practice felt really delicious. And I hope that it helped you. I hope to make more of these practices. It's been a long time. So thanks for joining me. Bye.